they are exhibiting we can say superconductivity at quite high temperature, that is 90 Kelvin compared to the 4.2 Kelvin, and we observe that BSCCO, that is also exhibiting about 110 Kelvin. Their structure are a little bit complicated in the case of we can say normal material, because they are made up of quite many compositions, many elements in a different composition. So here the structure at both the sides they are mentioned there. BSCCO is on the left hand side, and then YBCO is given on a right hand side. Same way the other examples are also cited. And how the label or names are given, or from the name how can we derive the composition, that is also mentioned in the slide. BSCCO, for that nomenclature if we talk about, N is the order, N is the number, it is given. And then if I say Bi2212, that talks about elements available. So bismuth, strontium, copper, oxygen. Then 2212, they are the respective number or atoms they are available in the compound. So if we observe that Bi2 as Sr2, that is bismuth 2, strontium 2, copper 1, and oxygen 6 plus X, that is a composition. In that case it is going to get a name, that is Bi2201. So that is calcium is absent there, that's why 0 is there. And in the another cited example, you can identify that Bi2212, in that calcium is also available. So Bi2, that 2 represents, first 2 represents Bi2, then second 2 represents strontium 2 atoms, then 1 represents calcium, and copper 2. So this is the composition. And oxygen amount, that is varying, because if you manipulate the different available oxygens in the family, then in that case we are going to get different compound. So different, as we are saying that it's a family, so we can get a different composition with the help of variation in oxygen and another elements. So this is the high temperature superconductors. Few more examples are given here. TBCCO, as we were having a previous one more family, same way here we are having a TBCCO, that is also one more family. And HBCCO, this is also one more example for high temperature superconductor. Now if you talk about what is the application of all this material, we already started with that only. If we talk about superconductors, we are having a quite, we can say, more number of application. Wherever we are using a normal material and it offers resistance, and we don't want that resistance, we can replace all those materials with the help of superconductor, because those resistance they are going to take away energy, and we don't wish that. And for solution of that part is like this only, we replace those material with the superconductor. So application of high temperature superconductor, that also we talked about previously. Whatever superconductor we talked about, or lower temperature superconductor, low temperature superconductor, they are having a we can say big problem, that they are having a TC value very low, that is critical temperature is quite low. So if you want to use that in a day-to-day life, it is not possible, because either we need to decrease the temperature up to that that TC value, or we need to we can say give away that idea. We can use superconductor in a normal application. So we were in a search of finding out a superconductor, those who are exhibiting property at a high temperature, and these are the high temperature superconductors. So applications are there. We can use them in various fields. Superconducting material, they can be used in a formation of or construction of magnets. So we can make out a superconducting magnets or super magnets from the superconductors. Then we can use them in a we can say a magnetic resonance imaging. Then in that case IMR, MRI scanning, that if you have any idea about we can say a body scan, when the doctors they are doing, if they try to find out certain kind of problems or tumors in the body, so we can do this. And magnetic levitation, this is also one we can say nice application. From that we are having a maglev trains, we will discuss them. Then Josephson junction, as we already talked about application of type 1 superconductor, that is QUIDS. Along with that we are having a Josephson junction. This is also one more device which is very useful, and in that case as it is given here, BSCCO, that is the high temperature superconductor, that material is quite mostly used in these applications, and it is also used in a we can say power cable for the transmission of electricity. Along with that at certain places we have started to use superconductor to generate the electricity also. That will emphasize in the case of applications later on. So these were the points. We can say applications of high temperature superconductor. If it is asked along with the high temperature superconductor, we can say concept. So we talked about a high AC superconductor. A short note you can write from there, and you need to start with the introduction to the different examples, and then you will reach to the application part. Now we'll enter into the pure application part. But here I have divided into certain further category applications of superconductor in a various fields. So we'll discuss one by one. And among them, a very first application, we can say that it is related to the electrical engineering branch or electrical application. So if it's a, we can say, big view, if we see that what is the work of electrical engineering branch. So initially, I am not talking about in depth, but generally to generation of electricity and transmission of electricity and monitoring and controlling of that part. So if we talk about a generation and transmission of electricity, how can we use superconductor in both the scenario or both the cases, that we'll discuss in this part. But what is the conventional manner right now which is going on? If we talk about generation of electricity, we are using copper wound, we can say generators, where the wires or the coils, they are formed with the pure copper or better copper. So in that case, there are certain problems. If you remember part of we can say transformer in a 12th standard, there were certain losses were discussed in the chapter transformer. Same way over here in a generation part with the copper wound coils is first one is copper losses. Copper losses, that means it is copper is a quite good conductor, but it is not perfect conductor or it's not superconductor. So it's going to offer certain resistance, and if we observe quite large current is passing through that, then due to Joule's effect, you remember the equation I square RT. So under that influence of that equation, it is going to generate heat energy, and that heat energy is not coming from any other way, but whatever energy we have spent or whatever energy we are expecting to derive from there, part of that is vanishing in terms of heat energy. So this is a problem with the material, copper material, but we cannot we can deny that application. But if we replace that copper with the superconductor, if we use superconducting wire in place of copper wires, then in that case there is no such kind of issue, because superconductor, they offer zero resistance, that we already discussed. So there is no issue in terms of we can say copper loss. There won't be any Joule effect. Along with the Joule effect, there are other problems who are also arising. And here, so in the case of superconducting material, that can be used in a generation part. With the certain examples we are going to talk about. So if we talk about one effort kept arranged by a Siemens company, then in that case it is observed in one experiment. They observe 4 megawatt generator made up of superconductor. They have started 4 megawatt electricity generating generator they have already successfully done. So in a superconductor, we can also generate a large amount of energy, and for that they have started working with the another institute. With the tying with this institute, they are trying to develop another generator which may generate order of 100 megawatt. So if we are able to design such kind of big generator made up of superconductor, then the generator which is generating electricity, it is not going to take away any amount of energy, and in the way we can save the energy in a part of generation also, and we can get more or better efficiency. So this is the part of generator. We can say constructive diagram for the such kind of generator is given here, and in that case what we can do is we can fill up the inner core part with the liquid nitrogen or such kind of liquid gases or liquid hydrogen also. So if we lower down the temperature available inside the generator, then in that case the wire or coil made up of superconducting wire, that will be converted into from the normal state to the superconducting state, and they don't offer any kind of resistance, and it will generate pure electricity rather than generating heat along with that. But construction and arrangement or maintenance of this thing is little bit complicated, but obviously it is a need of the time, so we need to move in that direction only. We need to see forward to it. Okay, second part is transmission. After generation with the better efficiency, we need to transmit that electricity to the common people also. And obviously, as you know that we can say position of the generating station and the user end. they are quite far. So we need to transmit that electricity quite far places, and kilometers wires we need to lay down for transmission of electricity. But in doing so, we are inviting one more trouble, and that trouble is, as we increase the length of wire, as you know the equation R is equal to resistance, R is equal to rho L upon A. Rho, that is resistivity, so we are supposed to choose a better material, but as the length is quite high or more, we cannot afford economical constraints, we cannot afford quite better material, we cannot lay down we can say silver or gold wires there. So that rho is a problem, we choose aluminum or other material in place of we can say better conductor. So rho is a problem. Along with that, L we cannot reduce, we cannot establish generating station very close to the we can say civilization city area, or then in that case it will create a little bit environment problem. So we need to send it, or we need to set up that thing into quite far places only. So L is not reducible, or we cannot change it, and the last factor is R. Again, if we increase the R, we can, that is actually A, cross section A, rho L upon A, so denominator A is there, that A is equal to we can say pi R square. So if we vary that R, we can reduce the resistance, but in increasing that R, we will have another problem, that is also economical problem, because thick wires we need to set up and they are very heavy, bulky. If we lay down at the ground, then there is no issue, but if we need to put them in air, then it's a difficult task. So in a transmission also we need to have a application of superconductor, and here's one example it is given. If we compare the normal transmission and superconducting material as a transmitting system, then in that case we are going to get a quite big difference. And Brookhaven National Laboratory, they have already started such kind of small arrangement. It's given that in a enclosure of diameter 40 centimeter, they have started this arrangement, and they observed that in a successful manner we can send the electricity, and in this arrangement we can send the electricity AC also, that is alternate current, as well as direct current in a both manner. So this is a more better manner in the case of transmission of electricity. Rather than going further, let's revise the thing whatever we have discussed in this particular session. We talked about type 1, type 2 superconductors, type 1, type 2 bifurcation we talked about, point of differences we discussed. So if it is asked in the examination as a points of differences you need to write down, you can write that. Then after that, type 1 and type 2 we talked about high TC superconductor, that is one short note you can say, or what are high temperature superconductor, that we discussed, then examples, and then applications. Then we started with the applications, and in application we talked about electrical application, or advantage of superconductor in the case of electrical branches, and in that case we talked about a two part, that is generation of electricity, and second is transmission of that generated electricity in the part of application of electricity. And we are going to go further, and there are certain more applications that we'll discuss in the next class. So within while you need to go through the whatever we have discussed, follow those reference books and go through the material given there. If you find any query or questions related to the topic, you can put that on the site, and I'll try to give the answer or explain them in a better manner, so that you don't find any problem in understanding the topic.